middle of the bloodiest war the world had ever seen, soldiers did the unthinkable. They stopped fighting, climbed out of their trenches, and shared Christmas together. This is a true story, and every word of it will pull you deeper into the unknown. I'm Mr. Strange, and this is The Wild. This is the incredible story of the Christmas Truce of 1914. The war had only begun a few months earlier, but already the Western Front was a nightmare. The land was torn apart by artillery, mud, and barbed wire. Every day, men huddled in the freezing trenches, knowing that a single mistake could mean death. On one side stood the British and French, on the other the Germans. Between them stretched no man's land, a place where few dared to go except to die. Then came Christmas Eve. The bitter wind howled and frost covered the battlefield. The soldiers prepared for another night of misery, when suddenly from the German lines a sound broke the silence. Singing, soft at first but growing louder. The words were in German: Stille Nacht, Heilige Nacht. Silent night. The British soldiers stopped and listened. Some smiled, some shook their heads in disbelief. And then slowly they joined in singing the same carol in English. Two armies locked in brutal war were united for a moment by a song. The next morning, something even more extraordinary happened. Instead of the usual crack of rifles, German soldiers emerged from their trenches holding signs that read, "You no shoot, we no shoot." They waved, called out Christmas greetings, and soon British soldiers did the same. Carefully, cautiously, men who had been trying to kill each other just hours before walked into no man's land. There in the frozen mud, they shook hands. They exchanged cigarettes, chocolate, and tinned meat. They showed each other photographs of families waiting at home. Some even cut each other's hair or helped bury the dead lying between the trenches. And then came the most legendary moment of all. A football appeared, and a game broke out on the battlefield. Soldiers kicked the ball across the snow, laughing like boys again, while the guns fell silent. For one day, war was forgotten. There were no enemies, no orders, no hatred. Just men who remembered that before they were soldiers, they were human beings. But the truce could not last. The generals were furious. Soon orders came down to resume the fighting, and the war dragged on for 4 more long and brutal years. Millions more would die before the guns finally fell silent in 1918. Yet the memory of that single Christmas has never faded. The Christmas Truce of 1914 remains one of the greatest stories in all of history, a moment when peace broke through the darkness of war and enemies became brothers, if only for a short while. So let me ask you this: if soldiers could stop fighting in the middle of World War I, even for a single day, what's stopping the world from choosing peace now? If you found this story powerful, don't forget to subscribe to Mr. Strange, where we bring you the most mysterious, emotional, and unbelievable stories from history.